Hello world, I'm Maya Sundermeyer, and I would like to welcome you to the latest episode of my blog series. So far, I've been able to share my own experiences with you guys on what it's like for me to live on the spectrum. A second area that I do is I like to shed light on what's going on with autism in the media. A third area that I now do is give tips and advice to individuals on the autism spectrum and anybody who's inside the community, whether they work with autism or not. And a fourth thing that I do is cover topics that I'm passionate about that have absolutely nothing to do with autism. And yes, some of those topics may be weird to you, but I would like you guys to know who is behind this face and what my interests are and how I like to enjoy them. It doesn't mean that I'm a weirdo or a bad person. It just means it's who I am. So anyway, before I dive into today's topic, which is all about autism and employment, what I would like to do is mention to you guys that there's another great self-advocate who follows me, and I follow her, and she goes by the name of Sunny-DCurls. And I ended up meeting her back in May when myself and three other individuals on the spectrum participated in a panel at an autism support group for individuals on the spectrum and their families. And she was one of the people who came forward and wanted to get to know me, and she was curious about my blogs. So be sure to check out her video, how employers still treat individuals with autism and why it's wrong. And also be sure to check out a couple of my videos. The first one is why I do not have any skills. And this one came out back in 2014, about a year and a half ago, when I was still looking for work, and it was a few months before I found my job at the Center for Leadership and Disability at Georgia State. And a second one is my opinions on extraordinary ventures. And that was because I was giving my 2 cents on the matter. So, anyway, the reason why I'm bringing up extraordinary ventures again is because I and Sunny-DCurls and a few of my friends have been invited to get involved with an Atlanta Autism Consortium through a series of network connections. And the reason why is because they have looked at me as an effective self-advocate and a strong female leader inside the autism community. And they think that I have a lot of really important values that need to be heard and they need to be said. And they also would like to do a very positive spin on what autism is versus what it is not. And they needed our help to do that. So I'm really excited about it, and a lot of the other self-advocates are my friends, and they're excited about it. So one of the areas that I wanted to do was I provided everybody with a homework assignment to watch a video about the sheltered workshop up in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, which is funded by the University of North Carolina. And it's a sheltered workshop where they work with lots of individuals on the autism spectrum. And as I said before, they are keeping these individuals down and they are limiting them on what they can do. And they talk about trying to build small businesses. Well, these small businesses that they talk about include going out in the public to clean buses. Or they have a group of people who sit in this little factory type of environment, and they make candles. And they also fold laundry and wash laundry, and they also deliver it to clients, and they also set up tables all day. Well, my problem with that is because they're limiting them on what they can do, and because they're so scared of these employers discriminating against them, and they're scared of them not accepting them, they're not even concentrating on what they can do to make a difference. They're more concerned about keeping somebody down and keeping somebody safe. And that's exactly why I brought it up for the Atlanta Autism Consortium. I wanted to see how many people agreed, and so far, Sunny-DCurls agrees with me on it. And I mean, I think that extraordinary ventures is fine, but they should not just be limiting their skills to candle making. I mean, hello. I mean, all of those individuals, if they're interested in making candles, they could probably learn how to do that on their own and sell that stuff on Etsy. And if they're really interested in helping them set up at parties, good grief, they could be teaching them social skills for the real world. They could be teaching them how to be wedding planners and party planners, because Extraordinary Ventures doubles that place up for weddings and bar mitzvahs and birthday parties and other various special events. They could be teaching them how to talk on the phone and set up the appointments and set up the weddings. They could be teaching them how to cook the food. They could be teaching them how to cater the food. They could be teaching them how to, maybe, I don't know, some of the older ones, they could be teaching them to get a liquor license, and they could be teaching them how to be bartenders. I mean, there's so many things that Extraordinary Ventures and other places could be doing. And I think that's really bad. And like Sunny-DCurls was talking about, they could be working with them on their communication skills, period. If they can't talk like we can, they could be working with typing on computers, or they could be using iPads to communicate. They could be, possibly show them their portfolios and not try to sell themselves, but sell their work. And again, I think that's a problem with a lot of these employers. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous. I mean, we have so many kids with lots of talent that are missing out on what they should be doing. Rather, they're mopping floors at grocery stores. They have job coaches that come in and call them Little Miss Priss, like what happened with me. It's really bad. So, anyway, I'm out of time. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Maya.